Hello and welcome back to RuiThinking. I'm Yang Rui. Is a new Iron Curtain descending on East Asia? Can we go back to the hysteria of McCarthyism? Well, anti-globalization and protectionism start to carry overtones of ideology in the camouflage of national interest. The New York Times says the White House will consider policy restrictions on academic exchanges with China, citing the Duke case of stealth technology to justify a zero-sum game. The FBI has started to suspect almost all Chinese students and scholars who are involved in scientific research in the States and says they are allegedly spying on the U.S. digital primacy. Many observers are pessimistic about the prospects of the ongoing trade negotiations between Beijing and Washington, since China would never give up its Made in China 2025 initiative. China will not suspend state subsidies for high-tech research to upgrade its value chain in manufacturing. The U.S. says it will not accept any industrial policies by the Chinese government. But the issue is whether the U.S. federal government will stop its hefty budget for the military-industrial complex. No double standards can be accepted in leveling the playing field. Another issue is whether the sole superpower wants to keep the world economic order open and free for competition. One hallmark of globalization is free movement of human resources and sharing dividends of scientific progress, regardless of ideology. China is prevented from improving its low-value-added made-in-China products. Innovation by individuals will be stifled by visa restrictions, as Mr. Trump says he will never give up barriers against immigration and to put America first. What is even worse is President Trump is backed by a bipartisan consensus. Co-evolution through constructive competition remains one viable option, but on condition that China should be reduced to a remote second or even third, trailing far behind the EU. Chinese policymakers would find it very difficult to swallow the bitter pill. Another controversial issue is whether neoliberalism is receding into history and macro-regulation by the visible hand will be given a second thought, when even Franklin Roosevelt opted for state intervention in times of crisis. China needs to draw inspirations from history. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.